Hey, 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 yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. And you are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio, where independent music lives. We got your boy Grinch holding down the Northwest with my Volvo. Get a bar, son.
Yeah. You know, I'ma rap about my car real quick. I'ma rap about my Volvo. I need y'all to feel me on this shit. Yeah, born in 86, the same year that I was an ugly motherfucker, but that's my ride, bruh. A silver Volvo, 240 ZL. It make me wanna choke somebody out. Call me Sprewell, it's called a CMO. My car is clean though, but I bet no girls stop and stare when they see me roll. At least in a good way, but hey, you're safe as shit. But towards the bottom on my list of favorite whips, say, but it's got a place in my heart. That whip's close to me, worth more to me than just using to get groceries. I've laughed in that car, I've cried in that car. Knock on wood, man, I'll probably die in that car. In the V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo. V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo.
You are now listening to Wilson Block 100 Radio, son.
Tank on empty, yeah, that's how the story goes. Yo, the AC vent knobs look like some Oreos. I'm being for yo. You know what fucking sucks? The glove box will pop open if I hit a bump too rough. And if you got one, I know you're understanding me. No button for the windows, I roll them damn manually. And man, I need some new brake pads. Today, get every stoplight I hit, I heard them motherfuckers straight bad. And man, I hate that. On the rail, man, that's weak. And for the record, I've got some in the backseat. I've laughed in that car, I've cried in that car. Knock on wood, man, I'll probably die in that car. In the V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo. V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo.
This be the realest shit I ever wrote. You wanna hear about my Bentley? I'll probably never get one, yo. And when it's cold, it gets to straight spinning out. Down the icy hill for real, my dude Fatal can vouch. Look, you come to Ballard, you'll probably see my ride. I can't count the times that it's out on I-5. I'm fucking well, my whip is still fucking ill. Pedal to the metal when I'm going up the hill. It gets me ran a 6 from point A to B, and now you see I'll throw some D's on that bitch. I've laughed in that car, I've cried in that car. Knock on wood, man, I'll probably die in that car. In the V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo. V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo.
And yes, sir, welcome back to Wilson Block 100 Radio. It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. And that was your boy Grinch, you know what I'm saying? You heard the whole intro, and that's a banger, you know what I'm saying? But today we back for the Mr. Wilson's podcast, and we gonna talk about some kitchen chronicles, okay? Not so much the kitchen, because we're gonna be talking about the servers and how servers lose tips. Okay, now listen, I worked in the restaurant industry, it's no secret, okay, and I've also, I'm a customer, I come, I dine in, I eat, I go, you know what I'm saying, I'm a single man, you know what I mean, so I go out here and I be, eating at places, and so, I just got experiences being an entrepreneur, being an employee, and being a customer, okay, and I just want to go over a few things that I look for when, judging the customer service of my server, you know what I'm saying? And first off, I just got to say for the record that, I always look forward to tipping. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I know I got it, I'm going to be as generous as, hopefully, like, you just give me good enough service to where I'm just as generous as whatever, you know what I mean? But, I do have to say that, I also look for things that might impact their tip, you know what I'm saying, that might subtract from their potential tip, you know what I'm saying? And, I know a lot of restaurants have their way of doing things off top, you know what I'm saying? And some of these things, it's just not uniform for all people, you know what I'm saying? It's not a one size fits all, okay? And I just want to go over a few of those things, okay? Now, first and foremost, I just want to talk about my experiences working and eating at IHOP, okay? International House of Pancakes. I was the dishwasher there and some out, okay? And, whenever I go to IHOP to eat as a customer, they have this tendency of coming to put all the sauces on your table, you know what I'm saying, before or when your food arrives. And I don't like that, okay? I don't want the hot sauce. I don't want the ketchup. I damn sure don't want the ketchup. And, those are things that, like, just don't put them on my table if I don't ask for them. You know what I'm saying? Because by you putting them on my table, you just making me feel like I'm supposed to like that shit. And I'll feel, like, profiled in a way. You know what I mean? And it's no big deal, you know what I'm saying? I know that's, like, real minute and particular and whatever, but, I'm just saying that, these are, some of the things I look for. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll be having to tell the server, like, listen, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the sauce on my table, okay? And that's just something that I do, okay? You just can't, have that uniform treatment of customers when they are different, okay? All customers are different. People are different, okay? And it's not like a make or break thing, like I'm still gonna eat here, even if, you do put it on my table. I'm just saying that these are the things that I look for when, thinking about what I'm gonna tip the server, okay? Just doing certain things that the customer didn't ask for, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course I want my server to go above and beyond. I hope that their attitude is great, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that, they're as informative as possible, and so certain things, I just don't want to be upsold on things, you know what I'm saying? Another way that servers lose their tips is they be taking too long to serve, man. Okay, I just went into a restaurant this week, man, and, I get in there and, it was a pretty nice-sized restaurant, man. I don't know exactly how busy they were, but, from where I was sitting, it wasn't that busy. And not only was it not that busy, but, it took the lady like a good 10 minutes to get to me. You know what I'm saying? And, some people came in right after me and they got tended to immediately. And I didn't take it personal because I understand, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just using that as an example. Like, I remember I was working at IHOP and, it was during like prom season. And, I was working graveyard, and it was like me, a server, the chef, and that's it. And I just remember, like, one server being on shift, he, we got that 2 a.m. rush. You know what I'm saying? That 2 a.m. rush came in, and the server, like, he had to, like, get the, seat the people and make sure that they don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Keep them here. So he asked me to, help seat the guests and, just to kind of keep them here. And I kept most of those guests there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple tables might have walked out, but for the most part, people stayed and waited. You know what I'm saying? Till the server got around to them. You know what I mean? Another way that servers lose tips is poor attitude. Okay, attitude is key. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bad attitude or a poor attitude, just don't let it show. Okay, because if I feel like you got a bad attitude or you're getting smart or anything like that, then it's gonna impact how I tip you, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want the server to give me a reason to not tip them well. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a fair way to do it. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to tip at all. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be generous because I know what it's like to be in the restaurant industry, and you know how servers are paid these days. You know what I'm saying? Even their tips get taxed. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? How servers lose tips is not knowing what to look for. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, certain communication, you know what I'm saying, from the customers, or, things that, for example, not knowing what to look for. I can't really give an example because I'm looking at the keyword and I can't really remember what I meant by that, but I'm going to move to the next little bullet point, okay? Picking the wrong seat for the customer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the server that comes in and be like, okay, yeah, where would you like to sit? You know what I'm saying? And, I appreciate that because a lot of times, man, they give us seats that I don't too much care for, okay? And it's all to the good. It's not a big deal, but these are just the little things, okay, that I look for. And, I just need all servers to know, man, that the tips are earned. They're not given, okay? And I know, like, if people don't want to tip, then they can go to the fast food restaurant or whatever. And, we kind of put it back on the customer with tips. Like, if they don't tip, then, you're actually stealing from the server in a way. You know what I mean? And just all of that mess. And I personally don't feel that. I mean, aside from, tipping out your dishwasher, your busboy, anything like that, aside from that, I don't agree with tips being taxed further than that. You know what I'm saying? For servers. And that's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And these are how servers lose tips, okay? Like, just don't give me a reason, you know what I'm saying, to make me dock your tip, you know what I mean? Because you never know, man. People feel generous. They leave $50 tips, $100 tips, $20 tips, $5 and $10 tips, you know what I'm saying? And, if you get that per customer, I mean, that's just a good ratio. I mean, you a server, you know what a good tip is at your average restaurant, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And until next time, I'm out.